Hello everyone, this video is a continuation of our restaurant POS system series, and in the previous video we integrated razorpay payment gateway in our application, and in this video we will complete the rest of the part of our project, that is place order and update the table, and as well as we have to do one thing, that is to add the payment related data into our database. Okay, so let's start. You can see that in the previous video we created our razorpay webhook. Okay, now we have to add that payment detail into the database. Okay, so first of all create a model here for payment model. Okay, and just follow me and create a model. And here I want to store data like this. Okay, payment ID, order ID, amount, currency, status, method, email, contact. No, just remove the nodes and created it. Okay, now let's export this schema. Okay, now go to the payment controller and here just write const new payment and here we have to pass our attributes. Okay, okay, now let's save it into the database. Okay, so now let's test it. Okay, so first of all we have to expose our 8000 port as a public URL because webhook will only work in the HTTPS. Okay, so open your ngrok and here just write ngrok http 8000. Okay, yeah, so we have to update our webhook as well. Just copy this and go to your razorpay dashboard and here just update your webhook. Okay, now save it. Now let's test it. Okay, so create order. Yeah, payment is successful and it is verified manually. Now let's check our terminal. Here webhook is working fine, payment, but here we got an error here. Okay, so we don't have to write this here. Okay, just remove this from here. Now let's check our database whether payment data is stored in our database or not. Just reload this and go to your payments. Yeah, you can see that a payment data is successfully saved in our database. Okay, and the method is UPI. Okay, so this is done. Now let's move to the next part. Okay, after the successful payment and verification is also done, then we have to place the order, okay, and update the table with booked status, and then we have to show the name of customer here. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so let's go to your front-end folder and source component menu and build.js. Okay, so here, so after the successful verification of the payment, we have to place our order. Okay, so now let's check what are the data we have to pass to our backend. Okay, so go to your controller and order controller, add order, node controller, just go to your models, order model. Okay, here you can see that customer details, order status, order data, bills, items, and table. And this order date is by default, we don't have to pass it from the front end. We just have to pass table, item, bills, order status, and customer detail. Okay, so first of all, let's create an object here, order data, and that is customer details, and here pass the name customer data dot customer name. Okay, phone, customer phone, and I think you know from where this data is coming. This is coming from our Redux store. Okay, and here guests. Okay, now the next thing is to pass the order status, that is in progress. So whenever the order is placed, the status is in progress. Okay, and bills, total, tax, and the last one is total with tax. Okay, and here items is cart data. Okay, this is also coming from our Redux store, and here pass the table information. Okay, and here we have to pass the table ID. Okay, but in our Redux store you can see that here just I have written just table number. Okay, so we have to modify this also. So here just remove this and write table. Okay, and this is an object. Initially it is null, and here table will equal to null. Okay, and here table. Okay, remove this table. Okay, just go to the tables and table card, and here just create a object table, that is table id, and table number is name. Okay, and id is not, so just go to the table page, and here id is equal to table.id. Okay, so just remove this key and write here id. Okay, id name status. Okay, now just remove this and pass here table. Okay, now we have to do some more changes, like just go to your menu.js and here customer.data.table name. So here we have to write table.table id. Okay, now let's comment it for now and check it whether everything is fine or not. Just create another table number 2, select this. Yeah, here you can see that ID here, table ID, and we have to display the table name. Okay, so just go to the menu.jsx and here write. So what we have passed in our table card, that is table number. Okay, so just write here table number. Here you can see that table number 2 is selected, and here just table, yeah, table 2. Okay, now let's go to your build.jsx and uncomment this, and here write customer data dot table id. Okay, now here we have to call our add order API. Okay, first we have to create the endpoint. Go to your HTTPS and here order endpoints. Okay, so let's cross check the endpoint. Yeah, order, not orders. Okay, now go to your build.jsx and here we have to create a order mutation. Okay, so right here order mutation, just import it. And here mutation function, add order. Okay, and pass the request data, and on success this is not request, this is response data, and here the structure data from our response data dot data and console it for now. Okay, and on error just console the error. Okay, and here we have to alert the user, so just copy this and here write order placed. Okay, so this is done. Now let's go to your handle place order, and now here just write order mutation dot mutate and pass the order data. Okay, and I don't want to call it immediately, just I want a 1.5 second delay. Okay, so okay, this is done. Now let's go to your order mutation, and here what I have to do is, if the order is successfully placed, then I want to update my table with booked status. Okay, so let's create our endpoint first. So go to your index.js and here update table. Okay, and here just write like this. For now just keep it empty. pi dot put yes table. Okay, and here pass the data. Okay, Now let's go to your table controller. Here we have to pass status, order ID, and you can, in the routes, you can see that we have to pass the ID of the table, like which table I want to update. Okay, so just here write const table data is status is booked, order ID is data.id, which we receive after successful order placed. Okay, and table ID data.table. Okay, now here write set timeout, and table update mutation dot mutate, and pass the table data here. Okay, okay, now let's create this table mutation function. So here after successful updation of table, we have to do few things. Number one is to remove customer from our Redux store and remove all item from our cart. Okay, so first of all, just console here response.data, and here write dispatch let's import dispatch here first. Okay, here write dispatch remove customer. Okay, and second is to dispatch remove all items. Now go to your Redux and remove all items. So here remove all item, we have to define it, remove all items. Okay, just return this. Okay, now copy this and export. Now we have to import both the reducer. Okay, and here write on error. Okay, so I think we are okay. Now let's go to your HTTPS, and here we have to destructure table ID and all the table data. Okay, table ID and table data. Here pass the table data, and here just cut this. Table ID. Okay, so I think we are done with our coding part. Now let's test it, and if we got any error, then we will fix it. Okay, okay, so we got an error. Let's check it. Table number null, many.js6. Okay, let's create an order. Choose table 1, and open your inspect to see the logs. Choose payment method, place order. Okay, payment successful. Now order is also placed. Okay, now let's check our table API is called or not. So go to your network, order is placed. Yeah, you can see that order created and table is also updated. Now let's check whether the table is updated or not. So go to your tables. Yeah, you can see that table is updated with booked status and here the name of the customer. Okay, now we have to display the order here. This is right now this is a static data. We have to display the order detail here. Okay, so let's do it. Go to your order page. Okay, here just remove all this and here we have to fetch the orders. Okay, so first of all create an endpoint here. Okay, we don't have to pass anything because this is a get request. Okay, and here we have to use query hook. Okay, now let's import it. Okay, now here inside this use query, just write query key is orders, query function is get orders. Okay, just import it. Okay, and if any error, then we have to alert the user. Okay, okay, now we have to import this as well. Okay, now we have to pass this response data to our order card. Okay, so here just remove this and write here if response data dot length then we have to display the data. And here pass key is equal to order.id and order equal to order. Okay, and if the data is not present means the length of is equal to 0, then we have to display a paragraph here, just no order available. Okay, and let's style it. Okay, now let's save it. You can see that we have only one data, so that's why we here just one data we got. So this, now let's, okay, so the height is not correct here, remove this. Yeah, okay, and this is still static data, so we have to make it dynamic. So go to your order card, and here you have to receive key and order. Okay, so first of all console it like what data is coming, so just inspect, and here you can see that customer details, okay, name, phone. So here just write order dot customer details dot name. Okay, and this we have to import it from the util folder. Okay, so you can see that AR. Now the next is this one, order dot customer details dot name. Now here status, in progress, and okay, so here we have to write conditional operator. Okay, so just cut this, and write here if order status, order dot order status equal to ready, then just display this, otherwise display this. Okay, so just add this. Okay, so ready to serve. And if the order status is in progress, then here we have to write preparing your order. Okay, and this is circle and the color is yellow, and here just if a circle, and this color is also yellow, and BG is 4A452E. Okay, now let's check it. Yeah, you can see that this is how it is looking. Now here display the date and the items and the totals. Okay, so for the date, here just write order dot created at and total, just write here order dot bills dot total with tax. Okay, now let's save it, and here items as well, order dot items dot length. Okay, we got error here, total with tax. Oh sorry, here we have to write bills. I can see that, and I want here 2 digit after the decimal, so write 2 fixed 2. And the format of date is not correct here. We have to format the date. Okay, so just go to your util package and here create a function. Now return the date here. Okay, now go to the order card and cut this and write here format date and time and pass the order.created, right? Okay, data is not defined at format date and time. Okay, sorry, here we have to write date. Okay, now you can see that February 9, 2025, this date. Okay, now for the order ID, let's display here our order date as a timestamp. Okay, so this is done. Now let's display here the table data. Okay, currently it is only sending the table ID. We have to populate it, so let's go to the backend and populate this table ID. Okay, you have to go to the controller, order controller, and here write populate table. Okay, now you can see that here we get the table data. Yeah, now let's display it in our order card. Okay, so just follow me. Okay, so this is the table data. Now let's create one more order and see how it will look. Okay, so payment is successful. Now it is verified manually. Order is placed. Now let's check our order page. Yeah, I can see that new order is created, and this is the order data, date and items and total. Okay, now let's check the table. Yeah, it is booked. Okay, so I think this is done. Now let's move to the next part. Display the order data here and in our recent orders at admin dashboard. Okay, so just follow me. It is not that tough, you will understand it. Okay, Yeah, so this is done. Now let's add the feature to update the order. Okay, so whenever I click on ready, then the order status will change to ready, and okay, so order status will change to ready. Okay, so let's do it. So first go to the order controller and see what we have to pass from the front end. That is order status and ID of the order. Okay, so now let's go to the HTTPS and create one more route to update the order. Okay, so right here update orders. And now here just create order status update mutation using use mutation hooks. Pass the mutation function here, order ID and order status. Okay, here just enqueue, and we have to refetch the orders data. So we have to write query client.invalidate queries. Let's import it. And this is what we have to do when we got any error. Okay, now here we have to, now in the handle status change function, we have to receive two data, that is order ID and order status. Okay, now here just write order status update mutation dot mutate, and pass the data. Okay, now here inside handle status change, here we have to write like order ID and order.id, and here order status, that is event.target.value. Okay, now let's save it and check it. Okay, so just click on ready. Now failed to update order. Let's see what happens. Okay, go to the network tab. Okay, here we have to pass it like this. Okay, we have to pass it as object. Now let's test it again. Ready. Yeah, order status updated successfully. Now I can see that order status ready. Now let's check on our recent order component and our order page. Now it's ready. Now it's changed. Now yeah, you can see that it is changed to ready status. So this is done, and that's all for this video. In the next video I will tell you how to deal with the situation when the payment method is cash
and in that situation how to place an order. Okay, and we'll also integrate the invoice generation feature. Okay, so stay tuned with this video. Thank you.